Hello, it's Ryan from 2minutetennis.net, and in this video, I'm going to give you a simple tip that's going to help improve your two-handed and one-handed backhand. Now, this video is sponsored by playercourt.com. If you want to play more tennis and find people in your local area to compete with, practice with, even find a new coach who's close to you, use my link playercourt.com/2minutetennis to get a 50% off discount when you join. My link is in the description. All right, let's talk about this simple tip for your two-handed backhand. When you turn, or one-handed backhand, when you turn, have your back elbow up. When your back elbow is down, the racket lays open. And then what happens is when the racket drops, it's harder to close. Players who have this back elbow up, whether on their one-handed backhand or two-handed backhand, rather than dropping, and we call it the chicken wing, where I used to coach. So you want that chicken wing up. Players who have the elbow up, it's so much easier for them to then close the racket face. And closing the racket face is really necessary as a club player to then swing up the back of the ball for topspin. If you have a Topspin Pro, practice this. If you don't, it would mean the world to me if you used my link in the description to get one of these for at-home practice. So thank you so much. You should film yourself hitting on your Topspin Pro and see, is your elbow down or is your elbow up? We want it up. Think of it as an L between your arm and racket. It makes it so much easier when you drop to close the racket face and then to spin up the back of the ball. And the one-hander is the same thing. Have your back elbow up. You know, you see a lot of pros and they have the racket slightly open when they take the racket back. What I really want you to try, if you're struggling with your technique, and in any stroke, it's the best way to do this, you want to bring it back to its most basic form. And when you turn on your one-hander, try to actually have the racket very straight up and down. And then from here, drop and close the racket and brush. When the racket's laid open a ton, that's when the racket drops and sometimes only gets to on edge, and then you got to roll your wrist, you're super inconsistent, and it isn't in your best interest. Work on taking your racket back on your backhand with a chicken wing and film yourself to make sure that your back elbow is up, whether it's a two-hander or in the one-hander. And there's no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.